Who says you need a cape to be a superhero? Imagine being stranded in the middle of nowhere, with nature throwing everything it's got at you. Now, imagine not just surviving, but emerging victorious. Sounds like a script for the next blockbuster, right? Well, brace yourselves, because the stories we're about to share are the ultimate testaments to the human spirit's capacity to overcome. So, are you ready to meet the real-life Avengers who didn't just face danger? They gave it a cheeky wink and lived to tell the tale? Let's dive into the survival epics that make jumping out of an exploding building look like child's play. Let the adventure begin. Story 1. Lost at Sea. Set sail into the heart of the ocean, where the waves whisper tales of loneliness, resilience, and a volleyball named Wilson. Picture this. A simple fishing expedition spirals into a 438-day saga of man versus nature. Yes, you heard that right. Over a year adrift at sea, with nothing but the horizon for company and the stars for guidance. This isn't a scene from a Hollywood movie. It's the real-life odyssey of a fisherman who proved that when it comes to survival, the human spirit is as boundless as the ocean itself. Armed with ingenuity, a fierce will to live, and perhaps a fondness for raw fish, our intrepid survivor turned the vast, unforgiving sea into his personal playground. And while the idea of an endless sushi buffet might sound appealing at first, one can only imagine the craving for a simple hamburger or a slice of pizza after months on a strictly aquatic diet. This tale isn't just about survival. It's a testament to the fact that sometimes the most extraordinary adventures happen when you least expect them. Story 2. Snowbound. Imagine thinking a winter wonderland adventure sounds fun until you're actually snowbound, turning your dream into a frosty nightmare. That's exactly what happened to a family who found themselves trapped by relentless snow for 2 whole months. No escape, no help, just snow as far as the eye could see. This isn't your typical cozy winter story. It's a tale of survival, where knitting isn't just for scarves and sweaters, but a lifeline against the biting cold. They spun warmth from yarn as if by magic, turning a dire situation into a display of resilience and creativity. And the twist. Amid the cold and isolation, they learned a lesson colder than the snow itself. Nature is an unforgiving teacher, and survival often means thinking outside the box, or in this case, outside the igloo. Story 3. Desert Odyssey. Deserts, with their vast barren landscapes, make for epic movie settings but are decidedly less epic when you're trekking through one, thanks to a misguided shortcut. Enter our intrepid explorer, whose quest for a quick path turned into a 2-week marathon of survival under the scorching sun. This story unfolds like a classic tale of man versus nature, where our hero battles the elements with nothing but determination and a rapidly dwindling water supply. It's a saga that pits human will against the relentless, sandy expanse of the desert. And here's a quirky tidbit: sand, as it turns out, isn't just a medium for crafting beachside sculptures. It's also a formidable adversary. This desert odyssey serves as a stark reminder that sometimes the road less traveled isn't just untrodden for a reason, it's downright inhospitable. Story 4. Jungle peril diving into the heart of the jungle, where every leaf, vine, and critter sets the stage for an adventure with stakes higher than a skyscraper. Picture a lone hiker whose quest for nature's beauty takes a dramatic detour into a 17-day survival challenge, courtesy of one wrong turn. This isn't just a walk in the park, it's an epic showdown with nature's wildest, where the rules are written by the claws and fangs that lurk behind every shadow. Our hiker's ordeal becomes a testament to human resilience, transforming panic into perseverance. And here's a quirky twist. Maybe Tarzan's jungle acrobatics weren't just showboating. Navigating the dense, treacherous terrain of the jungle demands more than just a good sense of direction. It requires a bit of that vine-swinging spirit. This tale of survival in the jungle's embrace reminds us that sometimes the greatest adventures and lessons lie just one wrong turn away. Story 5. Trapped Below. Think being stuck in an elevator for a few minutes is your worst claustrophobic nightmare? Let's raise the stakes. Imagine descending into the Earth's belly, exploring a cave, only to find yourself trapped in a labyrinth of darkness for 10 whole days. That's exactly what happened to a group of cavers who turned a spelunking adventure into an unintended masterclass in survival and echolocation. These modern-day explorers didn't just sit around waiting for rescue. It's a story that redefines the idea of seeing with your ears. And here's a quirky take. Who knew that complete darkness could be such an illuminating teacher? This tale of endurance not only showcases the human will to survive, but also turns the idea of being left in the dark into a life-saving strategy. Echolocation, it turns out, isn't just for bats. Story 6. Adrift at high seas. Venturing into the vast open sea might sound like the perfect getaway until it becomes your endless, watery prison. Picture a sailor, alone and adrift, whose dream of conquering the oceans turns into a 76-day battle against the elements, solitude, and the constant threat of sinking into oblivion. This isn't just a tale of survival, it's a deep dive into the sheer force of human will, where the only companions are the sun, the sky, and the occasional unsuspecting fish. Speaking of fish, they unwittingly become the unsung heroes of this maritime saga, transforming from ocean dwellers to key players in a menu of survival. This journey across the high seas serves as a potent reminder of the ocean's unforgiving vastness and the indomitable spirit required to navigate its challenges. So, next time you enjoy a serene boat ride, spare a thought for our sailor and the fish that fueled his extraordinary voyage. Story 7. Avalanche encounter avalanches. Nature's dramatic reminder to respect her power can turn a thrilling ski trip into a life or death struggle in seconds. But for a group of skiers, what started as a potential disaster became a masterclass in survival and ingenuity. When the snow settled, they found themselves trapped but not defeated, crafting a snow cave to shield themselves from the harsh elements. This makeshift sanctuary wasn't just a testament to their will to survive, it was a cozy, if not chilly, home in the heart of a snowy expanse. And here's a fun fact. While bears might be the first creatures that come to mind when you think of snow caves, humans too can adapt this bear-like wisdom to beat the odds. Their experience is a chilly reminder that sometimes the best way to face nature's fury is not just through strength, but through creativity and a bit of unexpected coziness. Story 8. Stranded on a mountains, with their majestic peaks, offer views that can lift the spirit as much as they challenge the body. But for one climber, the awe-inspiring beauty quickly turned into a harrowing tale of survival. This incredible story of survival against the odds is a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the human spirit. So, the next time you gaze up at a mountain, remember the climber who lived to tell the tale of the ledge no one wanted, proving once again that with courage and creativity, even the most dire situations can be overcome. Loved hearing about these jaw-dropping survival stories? And don't forget to subscribe for more content that defies the odds.